Welcome to Dairy Pod, a podcast series from Dairy Australia. Featuring a range of experts, each episode offers insights into Australia's unique dairy farming conditions, as well as personal experiences and the latest in dairy innovation.
Welcome to the Dairy Pod, Helen.
Hey, Eliza. Thanks for having me.
Really crack into it today. Do you want to quickly just give us a bit of a wrap about yourself and your background as well, just in terms of, your position at Dairy Australia and also who our team is too?
So I grew up on a dairy farm in Northern Victoria where managing costs and profitability was a key focus for our family business. After studying agriculture, I began my career as a graduate dairy economist with the Department of Primary Industries, which is now known as Agriculture Victoria. During my time with the department, I established the Victorian Dairy Farm Monitor Project, and in 2010, I joined Dairy Australia to expand the Victorian Dairy Farm Monitor Project to all regions. So I'm very passionate about providing robust economic analysis and advice to support dairy farmers and to support our industry. I've recently taken on a new role at Dairy Australia as Head of Economics Data and Insights. The work covers agricultural economics, analysis and insights, the industry data group, the agribusiness group, and our dairy farmer surveys. So we are an analytical team with very strong relationships across the industry and work hard to support Australian dairy farmers.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. So for those who don't know me, my name is Eliza Redfern. So I am the Analysis and Insights Manager at Dairy Australia. And essentially that means all of the industry reports that DA publishes falls to our team, Helen. So part of that is the Situation Outlook report, and the December edition just recently came out. And what the report discusses is that we are seeing some improvements this season. We're seeing that price competitiveness of Australian dairy products has improved both globally and domestically. At the same time, we've seen that the export markets have strengthened, providing some better product returns there, and retail sales are mostly up for some of those key dairy categories as well. But looking at, I guess, the the production level, there are, of course, weather conditions like there are most seasons, but they are taking a toll in several regions, which is having an impact on milk production in some of these areas. And of course, that's in addition to lower incomes for dairy farmers this season. So before, I guess, we really dig into, that side of things for this current season, part of the report also discusses the Dairy Farm Monitor project results for the last season on a national overview. And I guess for some of that data that we do currently have on hand and some of the indications that we've seen for other states and regions so far, those results are showing that profitability remained quite strong last season.
Yes, that's correct, Eliza. The Victorian and New South Wales Dairy Farm Monitor project results for the 23-24 financial year have been published, with the other regions still to come. For those of you that are not familiar with the Dairy Farm Monitor project, it's a national farm business initiative which is delivered in partnership with state government organisations and supported by our regional teams. I'd also like to acknowledge our participating farmers for their time, their effort and the data they provide. It's very much appreciated. So the Dairy Farm Monitor project provides comprehensive and standardised analysis of a farm's physical and financial performance. The participating farmers receive a detailed report on their individual farm business performance. And for industry and government, we gain access to very detailed, objective, rigorous farm-level data that enables us to inform strategy, priorities, and RD&E investment decisions. That data underpins some of our key farm business management tools, such as DairyBase and Farm Business Snapshot. They are our two online farm business management tools available on the Dairy Australia website, where every farmer can go and use the tool and assess their farm performance over time and compare their farm performance to the benchmarks provided by the Dairy Farm Monitor project. Also, the data is used in reports such as the Situation and Outlook, In Focus, and numerous other industry reports. So the results for the 2023-24 Victorian Dairy Farm Monitor project have shown that profitability for farm businesses were above the long-term average, and this is for the 5th consecutive year. The average dairy farm recorded an operating profit, and we referred to that as earnings before interest and tax, of $629,000, which equates to $2.64 per kilo milk solids. Now, this has fallen from the record high of the previous year. So this year we have seen a slight decrease in the average milk price, and also varied seasonal conditions across Victoria, which significantly influence the operating cost and the performance across our region. So in particular, our southwest Victorian farmers, they used fodder reserves to manage the dry conditions, while in northern Victoria and Gippsland, the seasonal conditions enabled them to grow and harvest fodder, which is crucial for maintaining profitability. The results in New South Wales, so the 23-24 New South Wales Dairy Farm Monitor project, that showed profitability remaining strong for participant farms, again above the long-term average for the 4th consecutive year. So the average operating profit, earnings before interest and tax, was $645,000, which equates to $2.12 per kilo milk solids. And again, the average milk price in New South Wales was marginally lower, and they saw varied seasonal conditions across the region, with variable costs, primarily purchase feed costs and adjustment costs, rising by 9%.
Excellent. So I guess part of that, is, we've obviously got Victorian results and we've got New South Wales results in. The rest is still coming as well. But something that these results are starting to show so far is I guess, around the impact of those seasonal conditions and what that has meant for farming businesses. Can you talk us through that difference a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So across both Victoria and New South Wales, we saw varied seasonal conditions across the participating farm monitor farms. And those seasonal conditions significantly influence the operating costs of the business and the performance of the farm business in each of the regions. We also know that every farm business is unique. Every farm business has its own set of resources, its own management skills, their own goals. And so what we're seeing is farmers continuing to effectively manage the rising costs and what we refer as economists to the cost price squeeze. And that's certainly been felt in the financial year we're currently in.
Yeah, for sure. And something else that sort of, I guess, was quite striking to me, particularly through the results that we've seen so far, is around the increased borrowings that we've seen occur, not just over the last season, but especially over that time frame as well.
Yes, that's correct. So the Victorian Dairy Farm Monitor longitudinal data has shown us that borrowings across the participant farms have increased in the past 5 years. So mostly through the expansion of farm businesses, with the farmers involved investing in capital items which will contribute to the ongoing future of their business. So equity positions have also grown along with those increased debt levels. However, for farm businesses today, the larger borrowings and high interest rates have put additional pressure on farm finances. So as a result, we're seeing more farm income being used to cover the high interest payments. And so more of farmers' cash income is being used to cover those interest costs. And as for the current year that we're in, with a low milk price and still high costs, it's an area that farmers will really need to focus on.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for joining me today, Helen, and talking us through some of those key results. As mentioned, you can find the Dairy Farm Monitor Project state level and regional level reports on our website as they are made available, with those Victorian and New South Wales results already up there for you to access too. We also have our December S&O on the website as well for you to have a read through. And our In Focus 24 report is also released recently too. So thank you so much for listening.
Thanks, Eliza.
Thank you for joining today's Dairy Pod episode. We hope you found it enjoyable and insightful. For more information, check out the episode notes. You can stay up to date by following Dairy Pod on your favourite podcast platform. To get in touch, visit dairyaustralia.com.au. Until next time, take care.